Hello, and welcome to GuideStar's 5 Steps to Securing a Clinical Trial. So your site has been contacted about a new clinical trial opportunity. But what now? Well, let's take a look. Pharmaceutical and medical device sponsors, or CROs that work on behalf of sponsors, seek out research sites with specific capabilities, geographic locations, and patient populations. If your hospital potentially fits the bill, a sponsor may contact you to learn more about your organization and to share more about the trial. But what goes into securing a clinical trial? The process begins at the notification of a new clinical trial and continues until the trial has been awarded. There are 5 key factors that will make this process smooth and make sponsors choose to work with your hospital. They are a streamlined confidentiality document process, a careful evaluation of the study protocol, communication during the feasibility questionnaire process, an organized site qualification visit, and prompt follow-up. We'll go into details for each and why they are important. The CDA is the Confidentiality Disclosure Agreement. It may also be called a non-disclosure agreement. This document is required by the sponsor before a site will receive a protocol for a potential clinical trial opportunity. It basically states that your site will not share the information in the protocol with anyone who will not be involved in the trial. Before you receive your next CDA, consider creating a checklist with the site-specific language that should be included in the agreement. If you must work with your legal department, ask to have a dedicated person to ensure timely turnaround. Once you have received a clean, agreed-upon document from the sponsor, route it for signatures. Don't forget to follow up with the sponsor to receive a fully executed CDA for your records. Now on to the protocol review. The protocol review is probably the most important step at your hospital. The protocol is the roadmap for the clinical trial. Your job is to review the protocol thoroughly before moving forward. GuideStar advises creating a form or checklist that will prompt you to look for details within the protocol. Be sure to include a summary of the trial, including disease indication and the general purpose of the trial. You'll use this to determine if the trial is feasible and worth pursuing. The inclusion-exclusion criteria outline the patients that will be enrolled in the trial and can be compared to your patient database to ensure you have a suitable population. Review the study's visit schedule. This becomes very important when determining whether your site will have the capabilities to perform the assessments and procedures required by the protocol. Devise a list of questions. Often you may require additional information or have site-specific questions. Write them down on your protocol review document. You can refer to this during the site qualification visit. Develop a plan. You won't need an actual manual of procedures at this point, but you should consider the basic logistics required to implement the protocol based on the information provided. All of this is essential to understand the protocol and determine whether it's a good fit for your hospital. Next, the sponsor will send a feasibility questionnaire to get a better understanding of your hospital's capabilities. This part of the process can be the longest. It can go on for weeks or months depending on when the sponsor plans to initiate sites and open enrollment. During this part of the pre-study phase, the sponsor will send you questions about both your hospital and the protocol. Typical site-specific questions can include: what are your lab capabilities? What equipment is available? What are your pharmacy capabilities? What is the storage capacity? Are there refrigerators or freezers? IRB questions may include listing the IRB of record, meeting schedules, deadlines, and timelines. And the sponsor will ask questions verifying that your site's patient population is aligned with the inclusion-exclusion criteria. At this stage, prompt replies and follow-up correspondence are imperative. You need to stay in touch with the sponsor to demonstrate your site's interest and to stay informed of where the trial stands in the process. This is also a time to build relationships with the sponsor and/or the CRO you're working with. Thank you for watching this video about the keys to securing a clinical trial at your hospital. As with any site-specific process, use these guidelines and adjust them to your needs. GuideStar works with hospitals, health systems, and physician practices around the country to build, manage, and support clinical research programs. From helping incorporate a clinical trial strategy to providing management, guidance, and support, our service delivery is based on operational and financial best practices to ensure optimal results for research programs. To learn more about GuideStar, visit GuideStarResearch.com.
Created using Powtoon.